At the beginning of the drama, we see the female lead Su Cheng, who was doing her makeup, after which she wears a mask and boards a bus. She notices that a boy is bullying a girl sitting on the last seat of the bus. There, the boy gets very scared after seeing Su Cheng's face because she was repeatedly changing her face into different people. After this, we get to know a little more about Su Cheng. Actually, she was ugly since childhood because she believed that when angels were distributing smartness and beauty among kids, Su Cheng only received strong DNA. She became like her dad's personality, strong like boys. Because of this, her school time went quite well since she used to win every competition. But when she grew up, she found out how important it is to be beautiful in the world she lives in. Apart from this, to know where her face-shifting power came from, the story goes 3 months back. There we see a handsome guy named Tang Chi playing tennis with his friend Guyu. They need staff for the marketing department of their one-dye cosmetic company. Then Guyu says, "Since we sell beauty products, we need a beautiful girl in the staff who suits the job." To this, Tang Chi explains to him, "We're not organizing a beauty contest, we just need good employees." After this, we see that Su Cheng has also come to One Dye Company to give an interview for the same job. When she goes for the interviewer praises her without even seeing her because she had done very well in the writing exam. But as soon as he sees Su Cheng, he gets a little upset because she had put a heavily edited photo on her resume in which she looked very beautiful, but in reality, she didn't look like that at all. She was quite messy too. Because of this, the interviewer, without asking any questions, tells her to leave. Hearing this, Su Cheng gets angry, so to scare the interviewer, she breaks an apple kept on the table into 2 pieces with her hands. Then she gives the apple to the interviewer and says, "Fix the smell of your mouth." Hearing this, the interviewer is left speechless. After this, we see that Su Cheng is sitting in a garden drinking juice. A boy is sitting near her, in whose bag she sees the resume, and asks him, "Did you also come for the interview? And were you also rejected?" But that boy doesn't give any answer. Just then, a notification comes on his phone, which is about a high school students' reunion party. That means all of Su Cheng's school-time students are going to come to that party. Now Su Cheng starts talking to that boy, saying that she had a crush during school time too. "There was a boy I really liked, but now I have no idea where he is and what he looks like." Then we see that the boy sitting with Su Cheng is actually Tang Chi, the same one who was her crush during school time. But before hearing all this, Tang Chi had already gotten up and left. When Su Cheng turns around, she only finds a book and some sample makeup there, which Tang Chi had left for her. Su Cheng now goes back home, and we see that her dad used to love her a lot. He didn't see any flaw in her, but Su Cheng's mom was very worried about her. Will her future be secure? Will she ever find a boy or not? That's why she kept motivating Su Cheng. Here we also see Su Cheng's sister, Su Qing, who was a divorce lawyer by profession. She was even more beautiful than Su Cheng. She explains to Su Cheng, "You shouldn't just dress up your dolls, you should dress up yourself too." Here we see Tang Chi, who is in the company's lab. He is experimenting with some chemicals. There we come to know that Tang Chi had a strange problem in his eyes. Whenever he removed his glasses, everything looked extremely colorful and bright to him. That's why he always wore his glasses. As soon as Su Cheng reaches the reunion party on her friend Lin's request, Tang Tai enters. Seeing him, Su Cheng becomes surprised because he was looking very handsome. Then Lin is explaining to Su Cheng that she should go and talk to Tang Tai, but she refuses because he was her senior. Just then, a girl calls Su Cheng to click some photos. She also recognizes her and starts praising that Su Cheng was a sports star during school time. Then she asks what Su Cheng is doing now. Su Cheng lies, "I'm doing marketing at One Dye Cosmetics." Hearing this, Tang Chi was surprised because he had never seen Su Cheng there. Then that girl calls her boyfriend because her boyfriend also worked in the same company, and he was none other than the same interviewer. Seeing him, Su Cheng tells the truth that she had only given an interview there. Hearing this, Su Cheng feels quite embarrassed, so she goes to the other side and starts drinking. She was opening the beer bottle with her hands, seeing which everyone gets impressed. Now everyone starts asking her to open their beer bottles too. Just then, one of Tang Chi's friends also comes in front of Su Cheng at his request. When Su Cheng asks him why he took her photo, he looks at her and says, "You were looking really ugly." Hearing this, Su Cheng gets very hurt and runs away from there. Outside, she sees an old lady who was selling flowers on the side of the road. Despite the very low price, no one was buying her flowers. So Su Cheng buys all the flowers. She gives the lady extra money and is about to leave, but just then, the old lady calls her back. She takes out a bangle from her bag and gifts it to Su Cheng. That bangle was very beautiful. Su Cheng wears it on her wrist and starts walking away. As soon as the metro lights go off for a second, the bangle on Su Cheng's hand starts glowing by itself, and as soon as the lights come back, Su Cheng had transformed into a very beautiful girl. That means Su Cheng had gained supernatural powers from that bangle. Now, when Su Cheng was returning home, she sees her mom and dad on the way. She calls out to them after seeing them, but they don't recognize her and walk away. She doesn't understand this. She looks at herself in the mirror of a car, in which her face had changed and was looking extremely beautiful. Seeing this, she becomes shocked. The next day, Guyu receives a call. A girl tells him that the model they had called for the ad won't be able to come due to nose surgery. Hearing this, Guyu becomes very angry and tells this to Tang Chi. Now, everyone becomes very worried because they had to do live streaming for the marketing of their new launch product. But now, they didn't have any model. Just then, Tang Chi says, "Now instead of a celebrity, we can make an ordinary girl the model because we just have to market our product, not a model." But Guyu completely refuses this because he thinks that only a beautiful model can boost their marketing. In the next scene, Su Cheng is passing by a lady outside whose small child runs onto the road after a balloon flies away. The child was about to meet with an accident in just a few seconds. Seeing this, Tang Chi runs to save him, but before he can reach, Su Cheng saves the child. In the meantime, one of her shoes falls off there. Tang Chi goes to give her the shoe, but as soon as he sees Su Cheng, he becomes shocked because her face had changed again. Now she was looking extremely beautiful. Seeing this, Tang Chi becomes surprised because he had found a perfect featured model for his shoot, but Su Cheng was still upset about the cafe incident, so she quietly takes her shoe and leaves from there. Tang Chi follows her and tells her that he is looking for a model for the launch of his new product. Saying this, he gives her his number and leaves from there. Su Cheng was a bit shocked, but then she looks at her face in the mirror and understands that Tang Chi hadn't even recognized her. On the other side, Lin was calling Su Cheng. Just then, that same beautiful face appears in front of Lin, due to which Lin is unable to recognize her. But to prove it, Su Cheng takes her to her house. There, to open the gate, she tells the password based on both of their birth dates. This password was only known to the two of them. Along with that, Su Cheng also tries her fingerprint, and the gate opens. Seeing this, Lin believes her. Just then, a button on Su Cheng's bracelet gets pressed, and she turns back to her original self. Seeing this, both of them become very happy. Then both of them start trying out more features of the bracelet, in which Su Cheng changes her voice, removes her scars, and tries many dresses. The next day, we see that Su Cheng goes to the office ready, where she tells a girl that she has come here for a job. Hearing this, the girl gives a slightly strange reaction because she also knew that a model named Su was supposed to come today. And assuming Su Cheng to be that model, she gets her ready. Here, Tang Chi and everyone else were waiting for her. Just then, Su Cheng arrives, who was not looking beautiful at all, because of which Tang Chi becomes very angry. He says, "The employees of my company don't even know what type of model I want, because Su Cheng doesn't look like a model from any angle." Because of this, Su Cheng becomes very sad and goes to the washroom and removes all the makeup from her face. She starts remembering how once in school, she had done makeup to impress Tang Chi and had even cracked walnuts for him. But at that time too, Tang Chi had ignored her and insulted her. Thinking about all this, her revenge mode turns on, and now she was going to take revenge on Tang Chi. So for that, she uses her bracelet to turn herself beautiful again. Then she comes out. Upon her arrival, everyone is looking at her because she was looking extremely beautiful. Seeing her, Tang Chi starts walking toward her, but Su Cheng ignores him and goes straight to Guyu. There, introducing herself, she says, "I'm Sumia." After this, Sumia goes to the office to talk to Tang Chi. She says to him, "You just want to do advertisement and have nothing to do with any girl, whether she's ordinary or beautiful, because you're making makeup only for beautiful girls and you're wishing that all girls apply your makeup, become beautiful, and forget themselves." Saying this, Sumia rejects the deal and walks away, and Guyu tells to hire another model. But Tang Chi refuses him because he still felt Sumia was suitable. On the other side, Su Cheng was going to her house when she meets Tang Chi on the way, who directly starts asking about Sumia. But Tang Chi tells her that the bracelet she was wearing, Sumia also had the same one. Tang Chi was thinking that Su Cheng and Sumia are friends. Because of this, Su Cheng had no other option, so she calls Lin and talks as if Lin is Sumia. Tang Chi then thanks Su Cheng and leaves from there. After this, she goes to meet Tang Chi for the dinner night that was already fixed. There, Su Cheng was remembering a moment from her past. Once, when she went to a party, Su Cheng had also come there, and Su Cheng had worn a glitter dress to look good and appeared in front of him. But seeing her, Tang Chi had started vomiting. At that time, Su Cheng found out that Tang Chi has an allergy to glitter and fluorescent things. That's why Su Cheng wears a glitter dress even on the date. After a while, Tang Chi also arrives. Tang Chi, instead, starts praising her. "You're looking very beautiful." Seeing this, Soo Chung understands that now Tang Chi has no problem with glitter. After this, the food they ordered also arrives. Soo Chung had ordered lamb because she knew that Tang Chi doesn't like it. Even during school time, for this very reason, Tang Chi had embarrassed Soo Chung. But this time, Tang Chi has to hold his embarrassment. He tells Sumia, "I want you to become the model for my product." But just then, Soo Chung clicks on her bracelet, and a lot of flies appear, which spoils Sumia's face, and she tells Tang Chi, "I have an allergy." But still, Tang Chi says, "Even with an allergy, you're looking cute." And he says he wants to make her the model of his brand. After this, we see that Soo Chung calls Lin and tells her everything. How Tang Chi has become obsessed with Sumia. But because of Tang Chi, Soo Chung couldn't leave her job because she had gotten it with great difficulty. That's why the next day she goes to the company, where she finds out that the guy who had left that book and cosmetic trial pack for her also works in the same company, because those products belong to that company. But Soo Chung didn't know that the guy was Tang Chi himself. Just then, she hears the other employees talking about how important this project was for them, because if Sumia didn't agree to the shoot on Tang Chi's request, then all of their jobs would be at risk, because it was their startup plan which could end at any time. Hearing this, Soo Chung starts thinking that not only did she get this job with difficulty, but if she doesn't do the shoot by becoming Sumia because of her ego, then not just her, everyone else's future will also be ruined. After the meeting, Tang Chi starts calling her, because he was actually calling Sumia. So Soo Chung goes to the balcony and picks up the call. When Tang Chi requests her saying that he has changed the plan on her suggestion, Soo Chung agrees to do the shoot as Sumia. But along with that, she also says to Tang Chi, "Soo Chung is my best friend, so if you want Sumia to come for the shoot, you'll have to take Soo Chung's agreement." To which Tang Chi agrees. Now he goes to talk to Soo Chung, who meets him right outside the washroom, and Tang Chi tells her, "Sumia wants me to take your agreement before the shoot." So Soo Chung says, "Then you'll have to do this work." And saying this, she leaves from there. After that, Lin checks in her school group and sees that Tang Chi had made and shared a video, in which he was also putting makeup on his face and throwing water on himself, and saying sorry to Soo Chung because he had called her ugly. Seeing this, Lin understands that all this was done by Soo Chung, so she happily calls her and says, "Finally, Soo Chung made this happen through me." Then Soo Chung tells her that she has said yes to the shoot by becoming Sumia. Lin says, "How can Soo Chung and Sumia both be in the company at the same time?" To this, Soo Chung says to Lin, "I'll take a day off and go there as Sumia." But there, Guyu announces that due to increased workload tomorrow, no one will take leave. The next day, Sumia comes for the shoot, where she was in front of the camera for the first time, so she was very nervous. But then, Tang Chi comes there, fully covered in a white suit. As soon as he removes the white suit, Sumia sees him and becomes very relaxed and starts laughing because he was wearing glittery clothes. Now it's time for the next photo shoot, in which Sumia had to show that their makeup is waterproof and long-lasting. For this, Sumia gets a very good idea. She pours beer on her face during the photo shoot, and still, her makeup doesn't come off. Everyone likes the idea very much. After that, we see that everyone takes a break from the shoot, and Tang Chi was searching for Soo Chung everywhere, because she was not helping anyone at all and had disappeared. But then Soo Chung comes there with coffee for everyone. But all the people were very upset with her because she hadn't helped them at all. Then Tang Chi also asks her, "Where were you for so long?" She starts making excuses. Just then, the other members start looking for Sumia everywhere, because now Sumia had disappeared. Because of this, Tang Chi calls on Sumia's number, and the phone vibrates in Soo Chung's pocket. So she quickly makes an excuse to go to the washroom and runs away from there and returns as Sumia. Now, while the shoot was going on, sometimes Soo Chung was coming out and sometimes Sumia. Next, we see that Soo Chung, after becoming Sumia, completes the photo shoot, and everyone was praising her a lot. As Sumia goes to the washroom to become Soo Chung again, Tang Chi comes behind her, stops her, and invites her to the company's dinner party. But she refuses him, and then quickly sits down at her seat. Just then, Guyu announces that he is taking all the employees to the dinner party today. Soo Chung didn't want to go because she was very tired, but Guyu tells her to come so that she can feel comfortable with others and get to know them. After the party, when Soo Chung is about to leave, the waiter asks her to take Tang Chi with her, because he was the only one left and had passed out drunk. So Soo Chung lifts him on her shoulder, takes him to his house, and while putting him to bed in his bedroom, she herself also falls asleep there because she was also quite drunk. Then in the morning when she wakes up, she sees herself with Tang Chi and quickly wears her shoes and tries to sneak out. But from behind, Tang Chi stops her and Soo Chung appears before him as Sumia. She says to him, "Have breakfast," and walks away from there, which makes Tang Chi think that he was with Sumia last night. At night, when everyone had gone to their homes, Soo Chung was still working and went to the washroom to take a break when Tang Chi comes there. Wandering around, Tang-Chi reaches Su-Chung's seat and starts checking her work. On the other hand, Su-Chung had gotten into big trouble because due to bad weather, her bracelet was also not working properly. Her face was glitching repeatedly between Sumia and Su-Chimeng, so she wanted to run home quickly because she couldn't appear like this in front of everyone. So she was secretly trying to leave from there, but Su-Cheng's phone accidentally falls down. Tang-Chi moves toward her, but by then Su-Cheng had become Sumia, so she starts explaining to him, "This is how I reached here." But just then, lightning strikes again and Sumia becomes Su-Cheng, so she handles Tang-Chi and also turns off the room's light so that Tang-Chi can't recognize her. Tang-Chi thinks that Sumia is trying to get physically close to him too soon, so he tries to push her away from himself. In the meantime, Su-Chung attacks Tang-Chi's neck to escape, and before he can see her, he falls unconscious. Then Su-Chung tells Lin everything, how her bracelet went into upgrade mode and had only completed 3 upgrades in 2 hours. This meant that for some time, Su-Chung would have to remain as Sumia and couldn't even go home. So she messages her dad and informs him, "I'm at Lin K.Y.'s house." The next day, the doorbell at Lin K.Y.'s house rings. When Su-Chung checks, Tang-Chi is standing outside. When Lin refuses him, Tang-Chi says, "I'll stand here the whole day and wait for Sumia." So Lin has to open the door, and when Tang-Chi talks to Sumia about last night, Sumia makes an excuse. "I was drunk last night, that's why I did all those things." Tang-Chi forgives her, but keeps insisting that she have dinner with him. So now Sumia agrees for dinner. After that, we see that Su-Cheng goes on a dinner date with Tang-Chi. Tang-Chi had made all the arrangements for her, as they were in a boat decorated with flares in the middle of a lake, where Tang-Chi also lights a candle for Sumia. Then Tang-Chi tries to tell her his feelings. "Ever since I first saw you, I've liked you." But just then, due to bad weather, a thunderstorm begins, and Su-Cheng's bracelet starts glitching again. So, to avoid her truth from coming out, Su-Cheng jumps into the water and Tang-Chi follows her. But by then, Su-Cheng swims quickly and reaches Lin's car. Lin quickly pulls her inside the car and drives away from there. She also notices that Su-Cheng's face only changes when there's a thunderstorm in the sky. After this, both of them go home, and Su-Cheng tells Lin everything. According to her, Tang-Chi was about to propose to Sumia, but he has known her only for a few days. Lin invites Su-Cheng for dinner, but then the doorbell rings again. Outside, Tang-Chi is standing completely soaked. Tang-Chi asks Lin, "Is Sumia in some kind of trouble?" Lin then tells Tang-Chi to come inside. Su-Cheng runs upstairs, but her foot slips, and Tang-Chi hears her voice and quickly comes inside. Because of Tang-Chi, Sumia's foot gets fractured and she has to be admitted to the hospital. But Tang-Chi was still taking great care of her, which irritates Su-Cheng. Due to bed rest, Su-Cheng sends her presentation to her colleague. When her colleague presents the work to everyone, she takes the credit and says, "I prepared everything." On the other hand, when Su-Cheng looks at her bracelet, she notices that the update has suddenly sped up. She thinks she is about to become Sumia again, but Tang-Chi comes to meet her. On some excuse, Su-Cheng sends Tang-Chi out for lunch and then wraps bandages on her face to hide. She tries to escape from there, but still, Tang-Chi crosses in front of her and recognizes the same bracelet in Sumia's hand. He stops Sumia and asks her, "Where are you running in such a hurry?" Before Sumia can answer, she sees Lin and Su-Ching coming from the front. Seeing them, Sumia pushes Tang-Chi and tries to run, but Tang-Chi ends up with the bandage from her face in his hand, and as soon as he pulls that bandage, slowly as it opens, Su-Cheng comes out from inside. That means the bracelet had been upgraded. Su-Cheng, upon seeing Lin, runs toward her and quickly says to Lin, "Get me discharged fast." They were quietly leaving from there, but Tang-Chi had started suspecting Su-Cheng. He stops her and asks, "How can Sumia and your injury be the same?" At this, Su-Cheng stops Tang-Chi from investigating, saying, "My sister is not a criminal." So Su-Cheng gets saved and leaves from there with Lin and Su-Cheng. Then Su-Cheng has to tell everything to her sister, but Su-Cheng doesn't believe their words. So now, Su-Cheng has to demonstrate the updated version of her bracelet in front of her sister, and seeing that, she gets shocked and can't even say anything. Meanwhile, outside Lin's house, Tang-Chi shows up. He came to return Su-Cheng's laptop and also wanted to talk to her because he had found Su-Cheng's laptop on Sumia's hospital bed. He enters, despite Lin's refusal, and to escape the situation, Su-Cheng turns herself into a statue. Seeing this, her sister becomes silent once again. And when Tang-Chi comes inside, even Lin herself can't recognize where Su-Cheng has gone, because she had turned into a real statue. Looking at her, Tang-Chi starts to walk toward her, but somehow Lin drags him and starts showing him the kitchen, and Su-Cheng runs toward the stairs. But before she can climb the stairs, she falls. As soon as Tang Chi looks at her, she changes into a painting. Seeing this, Tang Chi gets shocked because that painting wasn't there a while ago. But once again, Lin distracts him, and by then, Su Cheng quickly runs upstairs. She comes downstairs again as Su Cheng, seeing which Tang Chi gets very confused and says to Su Cheng, "Why did you leave your laptop with Sumia?" Saying sorry to Tang Chi, Su Cheng also says, "You don't need to worry because Sumia hasn't shared any data." After he leaves, the three of them start talking about how they will end the confusion between Sumia and Su Cheng in front of Tang Chi, because they have to eliminate the character of Sumia at any cost. So, Su Cheng makes a plan. She invites Tang Chi, in Sumia's disguise, to meet next weekend, and Tang Chi agrees. Then we see that Su Cheng gives a Monkey King cup to her colleague because she had helped with the presentation. But then she finds out that her colleague had taken credit for the entire presentation in her own name, and even after the mistake was exposed, she doesn't apologize to Su Cheng. So, to teach her a lesson, Su Cheng goes to her as Monkey King and scares her, saying, "You shouldn't do bad things." Because of this, the colleague comes outside and tells everyone about the Monkey King. She also apologizes to Su Cheng and tells the truth about the presentation in front of everyone, that it was Su Cheng alone who prepared the presentation and that everything was her idea. After this, Su Cheng also forgives her. Tang Chi is watching all of this from behind, and now he starts to understand that even though Su Cheng didn't look beautiful, she was very good at heart. And surely earlier there must have been some misunderstanding regarding Su Cheng, which is why he hated her. Next, we see that now Su Cheng, Lin, and Su Qing are back on their mission, and they're wearing black suits like a gang. On the other side, we see Tang Chi waiting for Sumia. Just then, Sumia arrives, whom Lin and Su Qing are secretly watching. Sumia meets Tang Chi here and gives him a gift. She had brought fireworks for Tang Chi. She tells Tang Chi, burn them during the day. But Sumia had told him to do it, so he also agrees to light them. Sumia then tells him, "Imagine that both of us are in a boat together and watching the fireworks." While imagining all this, Tang Chi opens his eyes and looks towards Sumia. He sees a poison spider on Sumia, and seeing it, Tang Chi starts hitting Sumia. Tang Chi tells her, "There's a poison spider on you that could have caused your death with just one bite." That's why he was trying to remove it. But in reality, all this was Sumia's plan. She would let herself get bitten by the spider and die in front of Tang Chi, but her plan didn't work. Because of this, she now moves on to the second plan. To kill herself, she takes him to the beach where the weather is very bad. Seeing this, Tang Chi tells Sumia, "Let's go back home." But she starts getting her photos clicked and sends him a little far from her, so that this time Tang Chi wouldn't be able to save her. While looking for the right moment, first she gets a lot of her photos clicked. Then, with the help of her bracelet, she converts herself into an effect as if she got burned by lightning. Seeing this, Tang Chi gets so scared that he faints and falls right there. Seeing him like that, Su Cheng gets up and Su Qing, Guli, and Lin also come to Tang Chi. They take Tang Chi to the hospital, and after some time, when Tang Chi regains consciousness, the first thing he asks about is Sumia. But both of them don't give any answer to Tang Chi. Because of this, Tang Chi himself gets up to meet Sumia. But Guyu stops him and tells him Sumia died because of the lightning strike. The next day, we see that Su Cheng, Lin, and Su Qing are preparing a funeral for Sumia, and Lin had brought ginger juice with her so she could use it to make tears in her eyes and pretend to cry. Lin also pours the juice on everyone's handkerchief. After that, everyone starts crying loudly upon seeing Tang Chi. Tang Chi sees Sumia's photo and says, "It's all my fault, because I didn't stop Sumia from going there, and neither could I save her." Saying this, he gets emotional and kneels down and starts crying. Seeing this, Su Cheng also feels bad for him, because now she feels that maybe she deceived Tang Chi a bit too much. Now Tang Chi says to them, "I want to see Sumia's body one last time." Hearing this, everyone becomes worried. Then, Su Qing steps forward and tells Tang Chi, because Sumia's body was in very bad condition, she was cremated quickly and you can't see her body. Because of this, he starts crying even more. Then we see that at night, Su Cheng, Lin, and Su Qing are partying for the success of their plan, but Su Cheng is still thinking about Tang Chi. She asks Su Qing, "Did we hurt Tang Chi too much?" But her sister explains to her that Tang Chi had also done the same to her in the past. Along with that, Lin also tells her, Tang Chi is just like other boys. He will forget Sumia soon. On the other side, we see that Tang Chi was in deep denial. He is drinking at Sumia's favorite place. In the next scene, Su Cheng finds out that Sumia's photoshoot items from the office are being shifted to Tang Chi's house because they were Sumia's last belongings. Su Cheng thinks that Tang Chi, who is a lab specialist, will surely find out whose fingerprints and DNA are on all those things. Here we see that Tang Chi, while looking at Sumia's used makeup, is missing her. Just then, Su-cheng arrives, who brought snacks for him. Her real motive was to destroy all those things. But no matter how much she tries, Tang-chi doesn't invite her inside the house. So Su-cheng turns into an alpus, pet, and stands outside Tang-chi's house. Lin now calls Tang-chi and tells him, "You wanted Sumia's belongings, right? So I'm leaving her pet alpus for you." Then he takes alpus inside and places it in front of the AC because alpus needed a cold environment. Then Su-cheng sees her letter in Tang-chi's hand. She suddenly jumps on Tang-chi and knocks him down. And while standing, she starts tearing that letter apart, seeing which Tang-chi can't believe his eyes. He closes his eyes, and just then, Su-cheng remembers that she is an alpus. In the meantime, Su-cheng takes the opportunity and starts breaking the remaining cosmetics. But just then, Tang-chi comes back and is shocked to see Alpus standing. Su-cheng also tries to run, but Tang-chi takes her to a place. Su-cheng thinks that now Tang-chi will beat her a lot, but he gives her a carrot and says, "I know you were also very connected to Sumia. That's why you destroyed her things, so I don't want to say anything to you." Just then, Tang-chi gets a call. He locks Su-cheng there and goes outside. He was talking to Guyu and asking him to come to his house because Guyu knew a lot about pets, since his mom also had a pet farm. Su-cheng hears all this. She quickly messages Lin and tells her to somehow stop Guyu so that she can escape from there in the meantime. Su-cheng now sees many paintings, and all these paintings are of Sumia. Tang-chi starts telling that he made these paintings when he saw Sumia for the first time. He had saved a child, but at that time, he didn't see Sumia's face. When she saved that child without caring for her own life, seeing that, Tang-chi fell in love with her. Hearing this, Su-cheng starts thinking that maybe she was wrong about Tang-chi. Then we see that Tang-chi is putting eye drops in his eyes. He tells her, "My eyes have been very sensitive since childhood and I am colorblind." Hearing this, Su-cheng understands that this is the reason why Tang-chi didn't like glitters. Su-cheng goes and looks at that painting and remembers that when Tang-chi saw her for the first time, the sunlight was very bright. This meant that he didn't see Sumia properly at that time. When Sumia died, even then, because of the lightning strike, Tang-chi had fainted. Then, seeing Alpus upset, Tang-chi shows it Sumia's hairband, which Sumia had forgotten at Tang-chi's house when she was drunk. Tang-chi also says, "I will always keep this band with me." Then, after Tang-chi falls asleep, Su-cheng lifts him and puts him to bed and leaves from there. She also messages Lin that she has left. After this, when Tang-chi wakes up, he sees Gu Yu at his house, who is having lunch. Tang-chi asks him, "Did you see Alpus?" To this, he tells that he checked the entire house, but she was nowhere to be found. Just then, he receives a call that Alpus was with Su-cheng, who had run away from the house onto the road, and Su-cheng had sent her to a farm. In the next scene, after finishing work, Su-cheng is leaving for her home. Just then, in the elevator, she runs into Tang-chi again, who is booking a designated driver to go home. Seeing this, Su-cheng tells him, "I used to be a driver too. I can drop you home." Tang-chi agrees, and Su-cheng drives the car for him. Tang-chi thanks her for the help and turns on the car radio, in which an old song from their school plays. Listening to this, Tang-chi remembers his school days, when he used to see Su-cheng at school. At that time, Su-cheng used to be seen bullying other students. Remembering this, Tang-chi says to Su-cheng, "You were very different in school." But we see that Su-cheng didn't bully the students. Some students used to click his photos without Tang-chi's permission, and Su-cheng would scold them and snatch the photos from them. Su-cheng also knew that Tang-chi used to watch all of this. Then Su-cheng receives a call from Su-ching, who tells her to come to the hospital because of some emergency. Then Su-cheng drops Tang-chi at his house and goes to the hospital to meet Su-ching. There, Xing Li is with a girl. She now tells Su-ching about that girl. That girl's name is Fang Jin, and she had started a company with her husband Guan. But later, Fang Jin found out that Guan was having an affair with one of her employees. Because of this, Fang Jin decided to divorce her husband. But Guan didn't want a divorce because if that happened, he would have to give his company shares to Fang Jin. Because of this, Fang Jin took Xing Li's help. But before Fang Jin could prove anything, she had an accident. Until now, she hadn't regained consciousness. Su-ching wanted Su-cheng to meet her husband posing as Fang Jin. In the next scene, Tang-chi goes to meet the company head for a product. The person he meets is Fang Jin's husband, Guan. Su-cheng also had to meet Guan here, pretending to be Fang Jin, so that she could stop Guan's deal. Then while Guan is talking to Tang-chi, he sits under the table to pick up his pen. Just then, Guan and Fang Jin also come into the office. Guan is getting very angry at Fang Jin. There, he hears Fang Jin saying, "Guan and I built this company together, so now Guan cannot sell the company's products without my permission." Hearing this, Guan in anger tries to hit Fang Jin, but he didn't know that inside Fang Jin's body is actually Su-cheng. As soon as Guan attacks Fang Jin in return, Fang Jin also defends herself. Then Tang Chi comes out from under the table. Fang Jin, meaning Su Cheng, gets shocked upon seeing him. Tang Chi wanted to talk to Fang Jin, but she didn't want to talk to him. Because of this, she quickly ignores him and leaves from there. At the beginning of the episode, we see Fang Jin sitting in the car and leaving from there, and Su Cheng is driving the car. Su Cheng asks her, "You didn't mess anything up there, right?" Then Su Cheng tells her, "I hit Guan in front of Tang Chi." Hearing this, Su Cheng gets angry at her because now Tang Chi had become an eyewitness for Guan, which could help him win the case. Because of this, she tells her to keep an eye on Tang Chi so that he doesn't sign the contract until the real Fang Jin regains consciousness. The next day, Guan comes to the office to meet Tang Chi and tries to provoke him against Fang Jin. He says, Fang Jin is an abusive and selfish girl, so Tang Chi should become an eyewitness and come with Guan and tell everything to the court. Before Tang Chi could reply, his eyes go outside, where he sees Su Cheng, who was secretly listening to their conversation. When Tang Chi sees her, Su Cheng says, "I was just passing by." Then she leaves from there. But she comes back again, and Tang Chi sees her again, due to which Su Cheng this time really runs away from there. Then she calls him pretending to be Fang Jin and asks to meet. The next day, he now goes to meet her at the cafe, where Su Cheng, acting as Fang Jin, had already arrived. She sits and orders coffee for herself, but the girl who was coming to serve it accidentally spills all the coffee on Fang Jin. Tang Chi was also watching this from outside. He sees that Fang Jin doesn't get angry at the girl at all and starts adjusting her sweater. But meanwhile, a thread comes out of her sweater and she tries to pull it out, which causes the whole thread to come out even more. Just then, Tang Chi also comes inside. He shakes hands with Fang Jin, due to which he also gets tangled in the thread, and while trying to fix it, he gets even more tangled. Just then the girl comes there with scissors, and Fang Jin, going close to Tang Chi, cuts the thread, because of which Tang Chi keeps looking at her, since Fang Jin was very close to him. Now both of them sit and start their conversation, where Fang Jin, while giving him a file, asks him to do a favor. She says, "Please keep it a secret that I hit Guan in the meeting room." But Tang Chi says to her, "I just want to tell the facts," and refuses to help Fang Jin and leaves from there. Next we see that at night before going home, Su Cheng tells Su Cheng that Tang Chi has told the police everything that Fang Jin was the one who hit Guan first. But actually, Tang Chi also told them that Guan first insulted Fang Jin and tried to forcefully hit her. Hearing this, Su Cheng becomes happy that Tang Chi spoke in Fang Jin's favor. In the next scene, Tang Chi starts calling Fang Jin, but Fang Jin's phone was with Su Cheng, so Su Cheng quickly goes to her desk and messages Tang Chi that she knows her husband is about to make a deal with another company. She also has a plan to stop Guan, in which she needs Tang Chi's help. That's why Tang Chi also agrees. Then we see that in the building where Guan was about to meet Miss CEO, Su Cheng arrives there earlier, and in front of Guan, she pretends to talk to Tang Chi on a call. She says, Miss CEO is coming to meet Tang Chi in the cafeteria. Guan sits in front of Tang Chi because he didn't want her to meet Miss CEO alone. On the other hand, Su Cheng, pretending to be Fang Jin, goes with Su Cheng to meet Miss CEO. And instead of Guan, she tells everyone about her product. Why she can't sell her product? Because right now her products are not fully prepared. To this, Miss CEO also agrees and accepts the offer to make a deal with Fang Jin in the future. Then Guan comes to Fang Jin and Su Cheng, and he was shouting at Fang Jin that surely she must have told personal things to the CEO, that Guan was talking about abusing her. That's why they canceled the deal, because their product was not fully ready yet. Here, Fang Jin starts acting as if Guan is still abusing her. After that, Fang Jin starts walking toward the lift with Su Cheng, so even there, Guan tries to slap her. Su Cheng also, while dodging Guan's slap, is about to hit him back. But then she remembers that there are cameras installed there, so she starts acting again as if Guan is attacking her. Su Cheng also goes there to call the guards. But while Fang Jin was acting, at that moment Tang Chi also arrives there. He sees Fang Jin being bullied and pushes Guan. In return, Guan also pushes him and says, this whole thing was planned by Tang Chi and Fang Jin, because both of them are having an affair. But just then, Su Cheng comes there and holds Guan and takes him away. Next we see that Su Cheng was working in the office when she receives a message from Tang Chi. Tang Chi was going to the lab to meet Fang Jin. So Su Cheng quickly takes her bicycle and heads to the lab. And after entering the lab, she pretends to be Fang Jin and invites Tang Chi inside. Then Tang Chi has dinner with Fang Jin and was looking at her. Suddenly the lights go off, which was actually done by Guan, so that he could catch Fang Jin and Tang Chi red-handed. Because of this, Tang Chi takes a coffee cup and some batteries and makes a DIY lamp, and under its light, both of them have dinner. Actually, now having such moments with Tang Chi. Just then, to record a video of the two, Guan also comes there with his assistant, and as soon as they enter, the electricity in the lab comes back. Tang Chi gets shocked seeing Guan. Guan was recording everything on his phone, but by then Fang Jin had hidden under the table. Then the girl who comes out in front of him is Su Cheng. she says to him. Tang-chi and I are dating, and you have no right to invade our personal space. Hearing this, Guan mocks Su Cheng, saying, I don't think Tang-chi would be interested in a girl like Su Cheng. Just then, Tang-chi says to Guan, Su Cheng is a very hardworking girl, and she's pretty too. That's why I'm dating her. The next day, we see that when Su Cheng goes to the office, everyone was talking about her because someone had leaked the photos of Su Cheng and Tang-chi from last night. Just then, Tang-chi arrives there and tells Su Cheng to come to his office. So Su Cheng's colleague again tells her, you have no self-respect at all, and why would a guy like Tang-chi even like you? Hearing this, Tang-chi says to that colleague, I like Su Cheng, and we're in 2024, so we shouldn't judge anyone just based on their looks or appearance. After that, we see Guan, and according to the plan, he comes to the hotel room to meet his girlfriend, where Su Cheng records them kissing on her phone. In the next scene, Su Cheng gets a call from the hospital that Fang Jin has regained consciousness, but the hospital had told Guan about it before Su Cheng, meaning Fang Jin was in danger from Guan. Then Guan kidnaps Fang Jin from the hospital and takes her with him. While leaving, Tang-chi sees them, so he follows them and informs Su Cheng about his location. And Guan tortures Fang Jin because he had been suffering a lot for days because of her. But Fang Jin had no idea about this because she had regained consciousness after a week. Just then, Tang-chi arrives to save Fang Jin and was about to fight Guan. But before that, a guard comes and knocks him unconscious. Meanwhile, Su Cheng, Lin, and Su Cheng also reach that location, where Su Cheng makes a box to distract the guard and enters the building. She was about to go to Fang Jin's lab first, and to scan the Face ID, she disguises herself as Fang Jin. But as soon as she reaches there, Tang-chi had already regained consciousness, who was locked in that lab. As soon as he blasts some chemicals and opens the gate, he sees Fang Jin, i.e. Su Cheng, outside. Now both of them start running from there when some guards were about to attack Su Cheng, and Tang-chi comes like a hero with a viper to beat up those guards and save her. But those guards make her fall down in a second, because of which Su Cheng has to show her moves and she defeats both guards at once. And she also saves Tang-chi from falling down in a heroic style. After that, both go and hide in one place, but even there, the guards come looking for them. Tang-chi just sits there with his hand on his heart, because when Su Cheng, that is, Fang Jin, came close to him, his heartbeat became very fast. But just then, Su Cheng comes there disguised as Fang Jin. She saves Tang-chi from that guard. Then Su Cheng wanted to get him out of the building, but as soon as she looks outside the exit gate, Guan was standing there with the real Fang Jin. Seeing him, Su Cheng tries to change herself from Fang Jin back to Su Cheng, but the bracelet and the time stop changing her, and she has to stay hidden there and watch Fang Jin getting tortured. But at the right time, Su Cheng and Lin come there with the police, and they arrest Guan, because of which Fang Jin is saved. Seeing this, Tang-chi was in shock, because today he had seen both personalities of Fang Jin. In the next scene, we see that Tang-chi is very drunk. He was telling Gu Yu, I'm such a big idiot because I actually fell in love with Fang Jin, but I also feel like Fang Jin is a stranger to me, because when I was in the building with Fang Jin, the moment I saw her, my heartbeat got really fast. But the second time I saw her, I felt like I was with a stranger. That means he felt as if there were two Fang Jins in front of him, and he loved only one Fang Jin and didn't even know the other, which was actually true. But from Gu Yu and Tang-chi's point of view, having two Fang Jins was impossible. The next day, Su Cheng gets Fang Jin's divorce done as well, and Fang Jin was very happy because she had become free from a bad person like Guan. Next, we see Gu Yu goes to the lab to meet Tang-chi and tells him why he didn't come to meet Fang Jin during the deal signing. Tang-chi says, I didn't want to confuse myself by meeting Fang Jin. So Gu Yu explains to Tang-chi that now Fang Jin is divorced, meaning she's single. Tang-chi can now meet Fang Jin and figure out which personality of the two he likes. For that, Tang-chi immediately uses the excuse of some files and goes to meet Fang Jin. Fang Jin was in the lab with Su Cheng because Su Cheng's face hadn't changed yet. Just then, she gets a call from Tang-chi. He was about to come inside the lab. Because of this, Su Cheng hides inside the lab. When Tang-chi comes in, after seeing the real Fang Jin, he says to himself, this is not the Fang Jin I know. So Tang-chi starts to leave, but just then the cabinet in the lab opens on its own. And when Tang-chi checks inside, there was another Fang Jin. That is, it was Su Cheng. But here, Fang Jin lies to him saying, this is my statue, which I had made some time ago. Then Tang-chi asks Fang Jin to have dinner with him, so she quickly switches herself with Su Cheng. Then she goes for dinner with Tang-chi. At that moment, Tang-chi starts looking at her, and Su Cheng notices that Tang-chi is looking at her in the same way he used to look at Sumia. To avoid getting close to Tang-chi, she quickly books a cab for herself and leaves by making an excuse of urgent work. Tang Qi looks at her and says to himself, "This Fang Jin is the one I like." In the next scene, Su Cheng was sitting outside the company happily watching Fang Jin's interview. Just then, Tang Qi also comes from behind and sits next to her. He was about to ask Su Cheng how she got free so early from the interview and came here. But just then, Su Cheng shows him the rainbow in front of them and says, "I like rainbows because they have many different colors. Just like that, every girl has different shades like the colors of the rainbow, and she is beautiful in her own way." Hearing this, Tang Qi feels even more connected to her, and this time he also confesses his feelings, saying, "I love Fang Jin." But in reality, the person in front of him was Su Cheng. Hearing this, she runs away from there, and Tang Qi also runs after her. But just then, the real Fang Jin comes there with Su Cheng. Tang Qi stops the real Fang Jin and asks her, "Why didn't you answer my question?" At this, she becomes completely confused. She asks Tang Qi, "What are you talking about? I haven't even met you yet." But Tang Qi had understood that the Fang Jin he had just met was completely different, the one who had talked to him while watching the rainbow. The next day, we see that when Su Cheng was sleeping with Lin, her bracelet gets fully upgraded. She transforms into one of Lin's comic characters. Seeing this, Lin becomes extremely happy for a moment because it was her favorite character, the one she had designed herself. But then she realizes that this is actually Su Cheng. Both of them realize that now the bracelet has upgraded so much that Su Cheng could transform herself into any fictional character. Ahead, we see that Su Cheng was doing her work. Then she receives a message from Tang Qi on Fang Jin's number, in which he was repeatedly inviting her to meet. For this, she gets a good idea. She includes Fang Jin in this and says yes to meeting Tang Qi. The next day, Gu Yu and Tang Qi go to the tennis court to meet Fang Jin. But there they see another boy along with Fang Jin, who was actually Su Cheng, and she had come there in the form of a comic character. She was about to pretend to be Fang Jin's fake boyfriend. Seeing him, Tang Qi understands that this is his competition. So he plays a tennis match with him and thinks that he will easily defeat him. But he didn't know that he was facing school sports star Su Cheng. That's why even after playing 3 games continuously, he is not able to defeat him. During the break, Fang Jin was taking a lot of care of Su Cheng and was even giving her water with her own hands. Seeing this, Tang Qi becomes quite jealous. Then he requests Fang Jin to talk to him alone, but she says to him, "Meet me after I go to the restroom." After that, Su Cheng was calmly going to the girls' washroom with Fang Jin when Tang Qi stops her from behind. Because she was in a boy's body, he forcefully takes her with him into the boys' washroom. Then Su Cheng, Xuan, directly enters the washroom saying, Tang Qi can go alone to meet Fang Jin because Xuan has constipation. Now Tang Qi also sticks to the drawer and tries to check what Xuan is doing inside. Then a boy starts looking at Tang Qi doing this, which looked like a very funny scene. Then Su Cheng, as Fang Jin, goes to meet Tang Qi. Tang Qi says to her, "Now I'm with the real Fang Jin," because his heartbeat had increased. He also says to Fang Jin, "I found out your truth that surely you have a double personality disorder." For that, Tang Qi wanted to help Fang Jin in getting better. At night, Su Cheng was having dinner with Xing Li, Lin, and Fang Jin, where Su Cheng was very worried because Tang Qi was behaving like a playboy, as he was falling in love with different people so quickly. But along with this, Tang Qi was also loyal to Fang Jin because he wanted to support her even in her illness. That's why everyone was confused about what was going on in Tang Qi's mind. Then, Lin gives Su Cheng an idea and says that they need to eliminate Fang Jin's bold personality in the same way they had eliminated Sumia. So the next day, Su Cheng goes to meet Tang Qi as Fang Jin. There, she tells Tang Qi, "Actually, I was being bullied for a long time, and living in such an abusive environment, I created that personality within me which you liked." Actually, Fang Jin had done this so that she could learn to protect herself, which she had now learned, and she had also gotten divorced from Guan. That's why today Fang Jin had come to meet Tang Qi for the last time, because after this she was going to start her treatment. Hearing this, Tang Qi becomes very sad. He says to Fang Jin, "If you're really leaving, then I want to show you the rainbow one last time." For this, he takes her to a place and makes her feel that his feelings didn't come just to protect himself, because if that were the case, then that night Fang Jin wouldn't have saved Tang Qi from those goons, and she wouldn't have done his first aid after getting hit on the face. That means somewhere inside her, there were also feelings for Tang Qi. There, the rainbow was made on very long stairs which was looking very beautiful. Seeing all this, Fang Jin, that is Su Cheng, becomes very emotional because now she didn't want to leave Tang Qi alone. At that moment, Tang Qi also hugs her, and both of them become very emotional and start crying. But they couldn't always stay with each other. That's why Tang Qi lets her go with a smile. After this, Tang Qi was very depressed. When he was walking toward his house, he was thinking only about Fang Jin. But then, in the middle of the road, in a crowd of people, he sees Fang Jin. When he follows her, suddenly he comes into the middle of the road. In front of his eyes, all the colors of the world had vanished. That means everything was appearing colorless to him. Because of this, Tong-chi also gets a little scared and doesn't notice that a car was coming toward him that was about to hit him. But just then, Su Cheng comes and pulls Chi to the side of the road and starts yelling at him, "Tang-chi, how can you be so weak that you're going to commit suicide?" Because Su Cheng thought that Tang-chi had deliberately gone to stand in the middle of the road. But here, Tang-chi keeps looking at Su Cheng, because in the entire colorless world, only Su Cheng was appearing colorful. He couldn't understand this, which is why he doesn't tell Su Cheng that everything was appearing colorless to him. Instead, he lies to her, saying, "I just couldn't see the traffic light." Now it starts raining there, so Su Cheng tells him, "I'm going in the direction of your house, so I'll drop you there." Walking ahead, now Tang-chi was about to fall into an open manhole by mistake, but Su Cheng pulls him back. Then she herself closes that manhole. Tang-chi notices all this, that whenever Su Cheng touched something, that thing was becoming colorful on its own. Then she drops Tang-chi at his house and starts going to her own home. But Tang-chi stops her and says, "You're completely drenched, so you can come inside. Dry your clothes and rest." Then she goes inside with him. There, Tang-chi gives her clothes to wear. Then they have dinner together, and Tang-chi couldn't understand how he would eat a colorless dinner. So as Su Cheng was eating, Tang-chi also acts like her and finishes his dinner. He just kept looking at Su Cheng, because he still hadn't figured out why Su Cheng was appearing colorful to him. After this, we see that Su Cheng is in the washroom, because her period had started, and she had also stained Tang-chi's clothes. Because of this, she calls Lin and tells her, "Come pick me up." Then she leaves with Lin. There, Lin also asks Su Cheng, "You erased Fang Jin's existence with so much difficulty and got away from Tang-chi, so how can you go back to his house again?" Then Su Cheng tells her, "I was afraid that something must have gone wrong with Tang-chi's eyes. That's why I came to drop him home." On the other side, Tang-chi tells Gu Yu that everything is appearing colorless to him, and he could see only Su Cheng's colors, which Gu Yu doesn't understand at all. The next day, Tang-chi goes to the hospital to get his eyes checked. His doctor tells him, "Your eyes are completely normal." To this, Tang-chi tells the doctor, "Only one of my employees appears colorful to me, that is, Su Cheng." So the doctor advises Tang-chi, "There must be some connection between you and Su Cheng. That's why your mind is getting attracted toward her." That means the cure for Tang-chi's eyes could only be found near Su Cheng. After this, Tang-chi comes to the office with Gu Yu and tells Gu Yu everything as well. So Gu Yu explains to him, "If your eyes can be cured because of Su Cheng, then you should interact with her." Then, while he was walking on the road, Tang-chi sees Xuan, and coincidentally, he also appears colorful to him. After this, we see that Gu Yu meets Tang-chi, where he tells him about Xuan appearing colorful. Hearing this, Gu Yu doesn't understand how Xuan is appearing colorful to Tang-chi, because other than Su Cheng, no one else was appearing colorful to him. That's why both of them decide to personally talk to Su Cheng and Xuan about it. The next day, Su Cheng was coming out after attending a meeting, and Tang-chi was standing there to see her. Among everyone, only Su Cheng appeared colorful to him. He also notices her footsteps, which were becoming colorful. Here, Gu Yu and Tang-chi still couldn't understand why Su Cheng was appearing colorful to him. When Su Cheng is going home from the office, Tang-chi follows her in the bus. Then, because the station arrives, all the people start to get off. Because of this, Tang-chi gets pushed and touches Su Cheng, which makes everything appear colorful to him. Seeing this, he doesn't understand anything. He grabs Su Cheng, because of which Su Cheng pushes him and straightens him and tells him, "Apologize." But Tang-chi doesn't pay attention to her words because everything starts appearing colorless to him again. That's why Tang-chi holds Su Cheng's hand again. And once again, everything starts appearing colorful to him. But Su Cheng doesn't understand this. She gets angry, hits Tang-chi, and grabs his neck, which causes a slight injury to Tang-chi. When they go outside, Su Cheng gives Tang-chi first aid. She applies a warm patch to him. Tang-chi also apologizes for what happened. Then, Su Cheng feeds coffee to Tang-chi with her own hands. Tang-chi now sees Fang Jin and Su Cheng, seeing which he smiles, but then he starts seeing Su Cheng again. He tells her, "For a moment, you looked like Fang Jin." Hearing this, Su Cheng doesn't understand why Tang-chi is having so much difficulty calling Fang Jin's name. After this, Tang-chi goes to drop Su Cheng at her home. The next day, Su Cheng, Wang, and Lin all arrive at the fair location. There, Wang tells Su Cheng, Xuan and Tang-chi are going to share a room because there was no extra room. Hearing this, Wang gives Su Cheng Xuan's card and leaves from there. For all this, Lin apologizes to Su Cheng because it was because of her that Su Cheng would have to play two roles again. But Su Cheng was ready because she wanted to stay with Tang-chi and find out the truth. Then she becomes Xuan and uses the card to go inside. After going into the room, she turns off all the lights there. Just then, Tang-chi also arrives, who was already in the room and was taking a shower. He tells Xuan, unpack everything and take a shower too. Then, Xuan goes to the washroom and messages Lin to inform her that he will sleep with Tang Chi tonight because he had to confirm whether there was really a problem in Tang Chi's eyes or not. After this, Lin directly asks Gu Yu about Tang Chi's eyesight, which makes Gu Yu feel that Lin has found out everything. He tells her, keep this a secret. But all their conversation is overheard by one of Su Cheng's colleagues, who informs someone in the Wadai group about Tang Chi's secret. The next day, Xuan wakes up early and goes back to his room and becomes Su Cheng again. There, Lin tells her everything that was discussed with Gu Yu last night. Hearing this, Su Cheng and Lin both decide that they will keep this matter a secret because it could also affect their company. Now Lin asks her to have breakfast, but Su Cheng goes outside for some important work. There she goes into a room and writes the colors on all the clothes and tags them so that Tang Chi doesn't have a problem choosing clothes, and no one else suspects anything. For this, she also tags everyone else's clothes. Just then, Tang Chi also comes there, who thanks Su Cheng for tagging the clothes and was also impressed with her idea because it helped him identify the clothes. Wearing those clothes, Tang Chi goes to the fair with Su Cheng, where they had set up their makeup stall. Just then, the CEO of Wade Group and her husband also arrive, who directly come and ask Tang Chi, which shade should we take? Hearing this, Tang Chi's friend tells them, please wait a little. Then Tang Chi quickly calls Gu Yu. Gu Yu also tells him, Su Cheng has found out your secret, so we'll have to take Su Cheng's help. Next, we see that Gu Yu is looking for Su Cheng everywhere at the festival, but Su Cheng was practicing the play as Xuan, and when he goes to ask Xuan where Su Cheng is because Tang Chi is in big trouble, hearing this, Su Cheng gets tense. She quickly says to Lin, I'll continue the practice later. Now to take the test, the CEO stops Tang Chi and asks him in front of everyone, what kind of makeup would look good on the dress I like? But Tang Chi couldn't even see the color of that dress, so he couldn't answer. Then everyone starts to suspect that Tang Chi must have color blindness. The CEO's husband also announces, if Tang Chi can't test the makeup product colors right now, then it will be confirmed that Tang Shi has color blindness and is not fit for our company. Hearing this, Tang Chi becomes very worried, but from the same crowd, Su Cheng's voice comes. She had come with Tang Chi's special makeup kit. Seeing her, Tang Chi becomes happy because he could see everything colorful. After that, he applies makeup on Su Cheng in front of everyone and explains each shade in detail very well. Because of this, everyone becomes very impressed with him, and Wadai Cosmetics CEO's plan to expose Tang Shi also fails. Here, looking at Su Cheng, Tang Chi also compliments her, you're looking very beautiful. Hearing this, she was quite surprised and was blushing. Then Su Cheng goes on a walk with Tang Chi at the festival. He tells her about his problem and also tells her, I can only see Xuan and Su Cheng as colorful. Hearing this, Su Cheng starts feeling a little tense, fearing that Tang Chi might start suspecting Xuan. Just then, she realizes that Tang Chi's illness could also be cured by Su Cheng's physical touch. Because of this, Su Cheng holds Tang Chi's hand and takes him aside and hugs him. As soon as Tang Chi could see everything, when she moves away from him, everything starts appearing colorless to Tang Chi again. Su Cheng understands that the closer she goes to Tang Chi, the more he will heal. So she suddenly hugs Tang Chi and kisses him, which shocks Tang Chi too. But when he notices properly, his eyes had become completely fine, and he tells Su Cheng, I can see everything clearly now. Then the show starts, and Su Cheng was working very hard because she had to keep Su Cheng available and Xuan too at the same time. So she had already played a pre-recorded film for Xuan's segment on stage and was managing everything backstage. As soon as Su Cheng had to go on stage as Xuan, she quickly changed into Xuan and was going there. But still Tang Chi notices this, because as soon as Xuan was coming on stage, Su Cheng was disappearing. He also confirms this by calling Gu Yu, after which the show ends and everyone liked the show a lot, because of which Tang Shi and his team were very happy. Then Tang Chi also asked Gu Yu, have you ever seen Su Cheng and Xuan together? So Gu Yu also starts thinking, because what Tang Chi said was absolutely right. And Gu Yu also tells Tang Chi that whenever he tries to ask Lin about Xuan, Lin also behaves strangely with him. Then Gu Yu comes searching for Xuan backstage. So Su Cheng tells him he has gone to his hotel room and fallen asleep. Actually, he calls Tang Chi and tells him Xuan is not backstage. Tang Chi was already at Xuan's hotel, and he wasn't there either. On the other side, Lin calls Su Cheng and tells her everything, and Su Cheng understands that this was Tang Chi's plan. So she quickly tries to go to the hotel, but on the way, Tang Chi stops her and asks her, where is Xuan? He also tells her everything. Earlier, I was seeing both Xuan and Su Cheng as colorful, but when Su Cheng is around, Xuan isn't. So, isn't it possible that both of them are sharing the same body? Hearing this, Soo-chung gets a little nervous and says to Tang-chi, "It must be your psychological problem, and there's nothing between me and Juan." But Tang-chi still didn't believe her. He says, "If there's no problem, then you'll have to prove it." For that, Soo-chang and Xuan would have to appear together. Soo-chang agrees to this. She takes Tang-chi to the hotel, where both of them were standing on the 3rd floor, and Soo-chang calls Xuan and tells him, "Call out to Tang-chi from your room." As soon as Tang-chi looks on the 2nd floor, he sees Xuan there too, who says to him, "Hi." Then, as he looks behind, Soo-chung was also standing right there. Seeing this, Tang-shi becomes shocked. Just then, Soo-chung suddenly faints, because she had worked a bit too hard today, which had weakened her body. That's why Tang-chi picks her up in his arms and takes her to her room. On the other side, we see that Soo-chung goes to Lin's room and starts feeling happy, because she thought she had closed the chapter of Xuan. But as soon as she tries to change herself and tries to become Soo-chang, she finds out that her bracelet has gone back to upgrade mode, meaning she couldn't become Soo-chang, and she couldn't stay there as Xuan either. Because of this, she tells Lin, "I'm going home," and also explains to her, "If someone asks about Soo-chang, I'll handle everything." Saying this, Soo-chung gives her the project file and leaves for home. But when she is leaving in Lin's car, Tang-chi suddenly comes in front of her. Seeing Juan, he takes a lift from her, and now both were going home together. Just then, the weather suddenly becomes very bad, and a thunderstorm starts, meaning Soo-chung's bracelet was about to glitch, which makes Lin start to worry too. So she calls Soo-chung, but Xuan picks up the call and tells Lin, "Tang-chi is with me. Don't worry about me. I'm not alone." On the other side, we see that now Tang-chi was driving instead of Xuan. Because of the thunderstorm, Soo-chung's face also starts to glitch. Tang-chi sees this, and scared, he stops the car and starts asking Xuan, "How is your face changing?" At this, Xuan also pretends to be scared while looking at Tang-chi and lies to him, saying, "My face is also changing with Gu Yu's face." Tang-shi also believes this. The next day, we see that Tang-shi goes to the office and sees that Soo-chung hadn't come to the office today. He calls Gu Yu to his office, inserts 2 SIMs into the same phone, and tests by making a call, and both calls were coming to the same phone. Hearing this, Tang-chi's doubt now turns into belief. Along with this, Tang-chi had also figured out that when he saw Xuan and Soo-chang at the hotel, even then that Xuan was fake, because at that time Soo-chang was also standing right behind him. It means Soo-chang had already placed a mirror on the 2nd floor, and when Tang-chi wasn't paying attention, she changed herself into Xuan from behind and showed her reflection to Tang-chi. That's why he goes straight to Soo-chung's house, where Soo-chang had lied to her parents that Soo-chung works overtime and never takes sick leave. But as soon as Tang-chi reaches there, he finds out that Soo-chung isn't there at all, and according to her parents, she is still at the office. Because of this, Soo-chang quickly takes Tang-chi outside and starts explaining to him, "You're not Soo-chung's boyfriend, so you shouldn't care about her so much." But Tang-chi wasn't ready to listen to anything Soo-chang said. He tells her, "I saw Soo-chung changing into Xuan, so now I must meet Soo-chang at any cost." Hearing this, Soo-chang was about to tell him everything, but just then, Soo-chang arrives there and sends Soo-chang back home. After that, Tang-chi asks Soo-chang, "How did you suddenly come here and where is Xuan?" So Soo-chang tells him to turn around, because Xuan was also standing right behind him. Seeing this, Tang-chi becomes completely shocked, because now both were in front of him, and Xuan tells him, "I didn't sleep properly and I got a fever." Hearing this, Tang-shi tells him, "You should rest." Then suddenly Xuan's health worsens, and blood starts coming out of his mouth. Because of this, Soo-chang quickly calls an ambulance and takes Xuan to the hospital. Seeing all this, Tang-shi was very shocked. Later, we see that Tang-shi is at home with Gu Yu when he gets a call from the hospital where they find out that Xuan has died, and they couldn't save him. Hearing this, Tang-chi becomes very sad. Then Gu Yu tells him to change his clothes, because there were bloodstains from Xuan on them. Hearing this, Tang-chi starts looking at that bloodstain carefully, meaning he could still find out the truth from that stain. On the other side, we see that this whole plan had already been made by Soo-chang and Lin, and when Tang-chi had gone to her house, Soo-chang had already messaged Soo-chang. On the other side, Soo-chang's bracelet had also been upgraded. With its help, Soo-chang could change anyone in front of her. That's why she first changes Lin into Xuan. That doctor was also actually an actor working with Lin. On the other side, we see that Tang-chi looks at the bloodstain and smells it, and he was about to test it. Seeing this, Gu Yu feels that he has gone crazy, so he tries to take him to the hospital. But then Tang-chi tells him, "This bloodstain doesn't even seem like real blood, and its smell was also very strange." After that, both of them go to the lab to get the blood tested. Actually, that wasn't blood at all, it was just red color used in movies. Seeing this, Tang-Chi says, did Xuan even really exist or not? Seeing this, now Gu-Yu also understands everything. That first Sumia dying from lightning in front of Tang-Chi, then Fang Jin disappearing, and Xuan dying by getting overly excited couldn't all be coincidences. Because the possibility of all this happening in the whole world was only 1.1%. It means Su Cheng, Lin, and Su Cheng were all hiding something from Tang-Chi together. The next day, Tang-Chi again calls Su Cheng and asks about Xuan's funeral. Hearing this, Su Cheng loses her sleep because she had no excuse. So she says to Tang-Chi, his funeral has already taken place. At this, Tang-Chi asks about Xuan's parents. At this, Su Cheng says his parents have died. He was raised by his grandma. Hearing this, Tang-Shi asks her for the grandma's address and says, did Xuan's grandma also die? Because everyone related to him has already died. At this, Su Cheng is also forced to say that his grandma is alive, and now she has to give Xuan's grandma's address too, which actually never existed. The next day, Tang-Shi goes to the address given by Su Cheng, where he meets Xuan's grandma, and Tang-Chi apologizes to her for Xuan's death. But Xuan's grandma happily forgives him, and from here, Tang-Chi starts to get suspicious that maybe this grandma is also an actor. That's why he asks many questions about Xuan, but the grandma answers all the questions properly here. On the other hand, Gu-Yu finds out from a lady outside that Xuan's family never lived here. Instead, Su Cheng's family lives here, which means that Su Cheng had called Tang-Chi to her own grandma's house, and she herself had turned into the grandma and met him. Then he messages Tang-Chi that he is at Su Cheng's grandma's house. So Tang-Chi, to test the grandma, also says, I will take care of grandma and I will come to meet her every week. Hearing this, Su Cheng becomes very nervous and says to Tang-Chi, I don't need anyone's care. I've already become very bad anyway. Then we see that suddenly while sitting, Tang-Chi starts having a problem in his eyes. He tells the grandma, I can't see anything, meaning he has become blind. Hearing this, the grandma panics and quickly tries to take Tang-Chi to the hospital. But on the stairs, Tang-Chi was about to fall, but the grandma saves him. After that, she even goes to drop Tang-Chi at his home. And after unlocking the door with his hand, she takes him inside and also takes out the things he needs. Then we see again that actually Tang-Chi had not gone blind. He was just pretending to be blind so that he could see the grandma's real face. Later, Su Cheng calls Tang-Chi. He tells her, I've gone blind. So Su Cheng says to him, I will definitely help you. Hearing this, Tang-Chi asks her, why do you want to help me again and again? The next day, we see that Su Cheng is in the office. She finds out that Tang-Shi has taken a long leave from the office, and everyone was very worried because Tang-Shi had never done this before. Hearing this, Su Cheng feels very bad. Just then, she gets a call from Tang-Chi. He tells Su Cheng, I went to the psychiatrist yesterday and the doctor advised me that I should spend more time with you because you were with me at the time of Xuan's accident. Along with Su Cheng, he had to spend time with Xuan's grandma too because he had become blind in front of Xuan's grandma. Hearing this, Su Cheng hastily agrees and says, I'll bring grandma along and come to your house. But she didn't know that this entire plan was made by Tang-Chi. And with Lin's help, Su Cheng brings grandma to Tang-Chi's house where Tang-Chi is reading a book. As soon as he sees grandma and Su Cheng coming from outside, he quickly wears his black glasses and goes to open the door. Actually, Lin had forgotten to change her voice, so as soon as she speaks without grandma's voice, Tang-Chi gets a little suspicious of her. But then Lin turns on her voice changer. Now Tang-Shi tells both of them, the doctor has told me to recreate the same scene where Xuan died. That's why I called Su Cheng and grandma to my house. All three of them now recreate that same scene, and Tang-Chi tells grandma, become Xuan and walk toward me from far. As soon as grandma walks away, Lin returns to her real body. Seeing this, Tang-Chi is shocked, but he still had to confirm this properly, so he acts like he has a headache and sits down on the floor in front of Su Cheng. Su Cheng goes to the kitchen to bring water for him, and as she walks away, Lin again returns to her real body. And now Tang-Chi was fully convinced. That's why he gets very angry at Su Cheng because she had been deceiving him all this time. So now he tells both of them, leave from here immediately, and Su Cheng has to leave with Lin. Tang-Chi was researching Su Cheng's identity-changing powers when Gu-Yu also comes there, and Tang-Chi tells him everything in detail, how in 1917 a filter product was made which was stolen from its own lab, and since then no one had found out about it anywhere, but somehow Su Cheng got that filter product, and with its help, she had been driving Tang-Chi crazy all this time. But then Gu-Yu tries to explain to Tang-Chi and says, even though Su Cheng lied to you, she actually didn't do anything wrong. That's why they decide that both of them will go and talk to Su Cheng and Lin. After that, they come outside and see that Lin and Su-cheng were sitting right outside Tang-chi's house. So Gu Yu takes Lin along and leaves Su-cheng and Tang-chi alone so that they can sort out their misunderstanding. Then he tells Tang-chi, "Come out pretending to be blind." As soon as Tang-chi comes out, Su-cheng also keeps walking right behind him to protect him. Just then, a boy drops his cycle in front of Tang-chi and leaves, and Su-cheng quickly removes the cycle from there. Seeing all this, Tang-chi realizes that Su-cheng had been caring for him from the beginning, but he was wrong because he had never noticed this. After that, Su-cheng says to Tang-chi, "I was just passing by and I saw you. If you have to go somewhere, I can take you there." Hearing this, Tang-chi tells her, "Take me to the park." There, some people are recording Tang-chi's video, so Su-cheng becomes Sumia and starts fighting them. Then Tang-chi also helps her and knocks the other boys down, after which the police also arrive and the police arrest those two boys. But seeing Tang-chi like this, Su-cheng realizes that he is not blind, and she asks Tang-chi about his eyes. Here, Tang-chi tells her, "When Xuan's accident happened, I got his blood tested, from which I found out that it was fake blood, and then I pretended to be blind so I could find out the truth." And now that he had found out Su-cheng's secret, still he wanted to hear the truth from Su-cheng. But Su-cheng gets very scared and runs away without saying anything. She goes to meet Lin. Later, she gets a message from Tang-chi. He calls Su-cheng to meet him. Then he tells her, "Become all those characters that you have been becoming from the beginning." Su-cheng uses her bracelet in front of Tang-chi and becomes all those characters. Then she finishes everything and leaves. After this, we see that Su-cheng and the others are watching an interview of those ladies, where the old ladies compare the fragrance of all those flower perfumes with their childhood and shoot an advertisement. Now, in between this, Su-cheng's brother gets a cramp in his hand. Seeing him, Su-cheng quickly comes to him and starts fixing his hand. Seeing this, Tang-chi starts feeling very jealous, so he holds Su-cheng's hand and takes her aside. Tang-chi now asks her here about her and that guy's relationship. "Do you like him?" To which she also says yes and says, "He's my brother. Of course, I'll like him." Hearing this, Tang-chi feels relaxed. Later, Su-cheng sees that something was about to fall on Tang-chi from a tree, so she suddenly pulls him to the side. Because of this, both of them come very close. Tang-chi now hugs her, which makes her heartbeat increase a lot. He realizes that from the beginning, he liked Su-cheng, so he was about to kiss her, but Su-cheng holds his hand and pushes him down. But Tang-chi gets up and tells her, "I really like you. That's why I was trying to kiss you." But since Su-cheng felt that Tang-chi was only getting close to her because of Su-mia's face and Fang Jin's personality, she gets angry and leaves from there. Tang-chi also realizes that everything except Su-cheng looked colorless to him because he loves Su-cheng. The next day, Tang-chi takes flowers for Su-cheng and proposes to her, but she rejects him and leaves from there. In the next scene, Tang-chi and Su-cheng plan to collect information about a project by going to their school. After that, we see Su-cheng and Tang-chi reach the school, but other people were not allowed to go there. So Su-cheng and Tang-chi go in wearing school uniforms. Because of that, it becomes easy for them to get inside. After going in, both of them go to the library, where Su-cheng and Tang-chi search for an album in the bookshelf. After a while, they find it, which had old photos of all the children, and they take out all those albums and look for that photo. After that, both of them go back to their school days and feel very happy remembering them. Just then, Tang-chi finds that photo too. Now after finishing their work, both of them are about to leave when a guard also arrives there and runs after them after seeing them. Seeing him coming, both of them also start running from there. But after going ahead, they find another guard and their way gets blocked. That's why Su-cheng uses her bracelet and turns herself and Tang-chi back into their school day selves, seeing which the guards think they are students and let them go. Then Su-cheng and Tang-chi stop at a place there and drink cold drinks. Tang-chi wanted that he and Su-cheng should start liking each other again like before, but Su-cheng reminds him of the day when Tang-chi had called her ugly after seeing her makeup. Now Tang-chi tells her the truth. "That night I didn't call you ugly, but your makeup, which wasn't properly fixed." Tang-chi even pours the cold drink on his face in front of Su-cheng, and by doing this, he apologizes to her. Just then, that guard comes back there again, and seeing him, Su-cheng uses her bracelet again. But this time, because of the rain, there was a thunderstorm too, and Su-cheng's bracelet starts to glitch. Seeing this, Tang-chi hugs her to cover her, and as soon as the guard leaves, both of them get out of there. Then Tang-chi explains to Su-cheng that no one is perfect, and he too has many problems. That's why he likes Su-cheng's imperfect reality. He accepts her. Hearing this, Su-cheng also happily accepts him and they both hug. Su Cheng and Tang Chi were now going home after dinner. On the way, Tang Chi asks Su Cheng to stay at his house. Su Cheng also says yes to him. The next day, when Su Cheng wakes up, she had returned to her real body. That means the filter was fully updated. Because of this, she goes to the washroom and starts looking at her new features. She sees a new feature and tries to use it, but doesn't see any change in the mirror. Then she goes to Tang Chi, who was making breakfast for her. Seeing him, Su Cheng thinks how handsome he is. Just then, her thoughts start appearing in her mind like a monologue, which Tang Chi also reads. Su Cheng tells him about her new feature. Tang Chi now understands that the notes appearing on his head were actually her inner voice, and this is her new feature. But he doesn't say anything to Su Cheng. Just then, Su Cheng starts thinking about a morning kiss. Seeing this, Tang Chi becomes nervous, but still he tries to kiss Su Cheng. Seeing this, Su Cheng also becomes nervous, but Tang Chi kisses her on the forehead. Now Su Cheng again thinks about a kiss, and reading this, Tang Chi starts laughing and tells her everything, that he can see her inner voice. After that, he shows her in the mirror. Seeing this, Su Cheng goes into her bracelet and looks at the other options too. Then she finds out that she can also create a monologue for Tang Chi, which only the two of them can see. Now Tang Chi sees the right moment and confesses his feelings. He comes close to her and says in her ear, "Even though you can hear what's in my heart, I still want to tell you myself that I love you very much." Saying this, he says to her, "I love you." As soon as Su Cheng's heartbeat starts increasing, that thing also starts appearing in her monologue, seeing which Tang Chi starts smiling. In the next scene, when Su Cheng is working in the office, Tang Chi comes to her. He had brought shoes for her because he knew that Su Cheng must have been tired after working the whole day and must have been having problems because of heels. He makes her wear the shoes with his own hands and says, "You should prove yourself through your hard work and capability, but now you don't need to do all that because you're already very beautiful." On this, Su Cheng also says thanks to him, but Tang Chi says to her, "Instead of saying thanks, you can do something else for me." That's why Su Cheng kisses him. He then goes to drop Su Cheng at her house. Su Cheng hugs him and is about to go inside, but she comes back again, hugs him, and says, "I don't want to leave you, Tang Chi." So now, Tang Chi comes to drop her till her house door. The next day, when Su Cheng goes to the office, she finds out that because of her team's hard work, their perfume brand has come in the top 3. That's why everyone is celebrating. At night, Tang Chi is very drunk, so Su Cheng comes to drop him home. She puts him to bed comfortably and tries to leave, but Tang Chi keeps stopping her by making a heart with his hands and saying, "I love you," and says, "I want to hug you." As soon as Su Cheng hugs him, he makes her sleep next to him. Su Cheng becomes very happy and says, "From now on, I won't let you drink." In the next scene, Su Cheng brings Tang Chi to her home for dinner. Su Cheng's mom offers tea to Tang Chi. After drinking it, Tang Chi praises it a lot and also starts telling many things about the tea. Then mom takes Su Cheng with her to help in making dinner and sends her out to get some stuff. Because of this, Su Cheng's dad gets a chance to talk to Tang Chi alone. Dad shows the family album to Tang Chi and gives him walnuts to crack. Seeing this, Tang Chi remembers that Su Cheng had learned all this from her dad. Dad explains to Tang Chi that this is Su Cheng's first relationship. That's why they both are serious about it, because they don't want anyone to hurt her. Tang Chi also tells him, "This is my first relationship too, and I will take full care of Su Cheng." Hearing this, Dad also starts liking Tang Chi and accepts him. Meanwhile, Su Cheng is returning home with all the stuff. Just then, she sees a lady in the elevator who gets very scared after seeing her and runs away from there. When Su Cheng reaches home, she becomes invisible because of the bracelet. Seeing this, she gets even more scared and goes to the mirror to check herself, where Su Cheng now calls Tang Chi and tells him about becoming invisible. But Tang Chi can't hear any of her voice because the filter had also blocked her voice. So now she messages him and calls him to meet outside. When Tang Chi goes outside, he doesn't see anyone there. Only Su Cheng's phone is lying on a bench. From this, he understands that Su Cheng is in some trouble. He starts looking for her, and just then she holds his hand. Tang Chi hugs her and says that he has understood that Su Cheng's bracelet has malfunctioned again, and this time, it not only made her invisible, but also blocked her voice. Now, they are talking to each other through messages only. Just then, Su Cheng's dad also arrives and asks Tang Chi about Su Cheng. He tells him Su Cheng had to go urgently on a business trip. After that, Tang Chi takes Su Cheng to his house. Then both of them start looking for a solution. Then, he shows Su Cheng the image of the lady who looked like that bracelet lady. Su Cheng also recognizes her and draws to talk to Tang Chi. Then both decide that they will look for that lady tomorrow. Su Cheng then holds Tang Chi's hand, kisses him, and says, "I will never use this bracelet again, so that you never have to face trouble again." In the morning, she quickly goes to Tang Chi and hugs him. Tang-chi also feels her and says, "I've made a very tasty breakfast for you." Soo-chang sits with him and eats breakfast. Then Tang-chi is trying his best to find that old lady. He asks about her at every flower shop, but doesn't get any information from anywhere. Just then, Tang-chi receives a call from the police station. After reaching there, they get all the information about the old lady. But the most shocking thing is that the lady had died 2 years ago due to an illness. The police also have her death certificate. Seeing this, Soo-chang and Tang-chi are shocked. Soo-chang starts thinking about how she will now find a way to remove the bracelet, but Tang-chi is still thinking positively. He tells Soo-chang, "It's not necessary that the person who gave you the bracelet is that same old lady. It could be someone else." Soo-chang tries every method to remove that bracelet, but the bracelet doesn't come off her hand. Instead, Soo-chang gets hurt on her hand. The next day, we see that Soo-chang's mom and dad are at their home when all her colleagues come there to meet her. But because of their arrival, mom and dad find out that Soo-chang had been lying to them till now and hadn't gone on any business trip. On the other side, we see that she receives a message from her sister and finds out that her dad slipped in the bathroom and got badly injured. Because of this, Soo-chang quickly goes with Tang-chi to talk to Soo-chang. When Soo-chang sees Tang-chi alone, she asks him, "Where is Soo-chang?" Just then, Soo-chang steps out of the car and comes outside, holds Soo-chang's hand, and makes her feel that she is standing right next to her. Now seeing Soo-chang invisible, Soo-chang becomes very shocked. In the next scene, Soo-chang wears a cartoon outfit and goes to her parents. After that, Soo-chang explains everything in detail to mom and dad, how Soo-chang got a filter bracelet that kept upgrading again and again. And this time, because of that bracelet, Soo-chang became completely invisible. Then, as soon as Tang-chi removes Soo-chang's costume, her mom and dad go to her, feel her hand, and say, "Don't be scared, we all will definitely find a way together." At night, Soo-chang has a very bad dream where she sees that in the future she is married to Tang-chi and they have a son named Tang, who is talking about his invisible mom at school, but no one believes him and everyone is making fun of him. This makes Soo-chang wake up and she immediately messages Tang-chi and asks, "If I become invisible for a lifetime, will you still make me your girlfriend?" Hearing this, Tang-chi calls her to meet and says, "I want to give you a surprise today." Soo-chang now gets ready, and Tang-chi takes her to a place. As soon as Soo-chang sees that place, she becomes very surprised. Tang-chi now gives her a gift too, and it was a droplet, which was actually a symbol of love, and Tang-chi had specially made it for Soo-chang. There, he also teaches her how to use that droplet and says, no matter how hard you try to break it, it won't break. But if you pinch its tail, which is its weakest part, even a little, the whole droplet will scatter and fall down, and when light falls on those droplets, they will shine. Seeing this, Soo-chang becomes very happy. Then Tang-chi kneels down and proposes for marriage. Seeing this, she happily says yes. They both kiss each other, and this moment becomes very special for them. After this, we see that all of them are having dinner together. Tang-chi is trying to impress Soo-chang's dad. Just then, they hear someone's phone ringing, and everyone starts checking their phones, but no one's phone was ringing. Then Tang-chi tells Soo-chang, "Check the bracelet," because the sound was coming from the bracelet. Actually, someone was calling Soo-chang through that bracelet. As soon as Soo-chang picks up the call, the same old lady says hello to Soo-chang and asks, "Are you happy with the filter product? Are you enjoying being beautiful and charming?" Soo-chang says, "I don't need any filter now because I love my family, my friends, and my boyfriend very much, and they all love me just as much as I love them." Hearing this, the old lady tells her to come to the same place tomorrow night, where Soo-chang had met her for the first time. The next night, when Soo-chang and Tang-chi go to that same place, they see that the lady is selling flowers at the same spot. Seeing this, they start walking towards her, when a girl accidentally bumps into Soo-chang. She says to Soo-chang, "Sorry." Just then, Tang-chi looks at Soo-chang, who had now become visible. Seeing this, Tang-chi hugs her and becomes so happy that he starts shouting and telling everyone, "Soo-chang is my girlfriend and she is so beautiful." That old lady also says to Tang-chi, "Your girlfriend is really very beautiful." Then both of them go to the old lady, where she thanks Soo-chang because she took part in the filter experiment, and because of her, the filter product had become completely stable. It was now even more powerful and Soo-chang could keep it forever. But still, Soo-chang refuses to keep the filter with her. As soon as the old lady tells her to remove the bracelet with her own hand, it comes off Soo-chang's hand very easily, and Soo-chang gives the bracelet to the old lady, who then rides away from there on her bicycle. Soo-chang's parents become happy seeing her visible. After this, we see that Tang-chi finalizes the star product for his store. It was actually a blush, which was based on the shades of different flowers, and he wanted his customers to feel that whoever used those blushes, their life would also feel colorful and beautiful, like the color of the blush. Soo-chang also really likes this idea. The next day, we see that Soo-chang applies her favorite makeup and goes to the office, where everyone is complimenting each other, because they were all looking very beautiful. After this, we see that Tang-chi and Soo-chang meet in the same park, where Su Cheng had met Tang Qi for the first time after so many years. There, she recreates the same scene, when Tang Qi and she were sitting on opposite sides of the bench and Su Cheng had passed him a beer. Seeing this, Tang Qi understands that it was Su Cheng that day to whom Tang Qi had given that book and makeup kit. Here, Su Cheng says to him, "If you had seen me that day sitting behind you, what would you have done?" Hearing this, Tang Qi pulls her close and kisses her. Then Tang Qi tells her about a surprise that he was going to give her on the store opening day. Then they successfully open their store. And here, Tang Qi tells Su Cheng about the final touch. Actually, it was a cleansing balm, through which Tang Qi wanted to explain that he finds Su Cheng very beautiful in makeup and dresses, but even more beautiful when she is in her true self and confident. That's why he had kept the cleansing balm as the final touch, because he wanted to tell everyone that at the end of the day, they can confidently accept their true self. And in this way, the store gets opened. On the first day itself, many people come to the store. So after this, we see that Tang Qi is trying to set up a tent at his house because he wanted to give a surprise to Su Cheng. Just then, Su Cheng also comes there. Both of them go inside the tent and sit. Here, Su Cheng gives a gift to Tang Qi. That gift was a SIM card, and it was from Fang Jin, Sumia, and Xuan. Seeing this, Tang Qi starts smiling. Now he also tries to take out a gift for Su Cheng from his pocket, but just then, the tent opens up and falls down, and both of them get stuck in it. When they come out, Tang Qi starts looking for his gift, but he can't find it anywhere. Because of this, he gets tired and sits down to have coffee with Su Cheng. Now as soon as Su Cheng hands him his cup with her hands, Tang Qi sees his ring in her hand. Actually, when the tent fell down, Su Cheng had seen the gift. There, Tang Qi says to her, "My gift has reached exactly the right place." Then he starts saying to Su Cheng, "Will you marry me?" But before that, Su Cheng also takes out her gift for Tang Qi. Actually, she had also brought a ring for him, and wearing it, she proposes to Tang Qi for marriage, and Tang Qi says yes. After this, both kiss, and now we see their wedding scene, where their family and friends had all come. Everyone was very happy to see the two of them, because finally, their love story had been completed. These two then do an arm wrestling match, in which Su Cheng wins against Tang Qi, and Su Cheng gives Tang Qi a sweet punishment, because the winner had to be kissed. Here, he happily kisses Su Cheng, and both become very happy. After this, all of them also take a photo together because that photo was going to become a sweet memory for them. And no matter how old they grow seeing those photos, they will always remember how many beautiful moments they enjoyed together and how real their happiness was at that time. With this, our drama ends with a happy ending.